Hello. Welcome to the Commencement program. You may all sit down. Let me begin by expressing my deep appreciation for the honor which the class of 2002 has conferred upon me, by congratulating this year's seniors. You know, when I begin to think about the last 4 years when we were underclassmen, I see us beginning as gullible freshmen, and I realize how silly our fears really were. Now, recall a senior that you looked up to when you were a freshman, and realize that people really inspired you. For me, people like Dan Dietz and others really were idols to me when I was younger. I'm sure all of you can easily pick out one person that you looked up to when you were underclassmen. Now think about this. As graduating seniors, what underclassman looks up to you? What kind of impact are you making on someone who is unknowingly watching you? You know, our class is a group of diligent leaders who have carved a path for the younger to follow. The hopes and dreams of our generation is the future that both the older and the younger depend upon. We sit here now and we must realize that we've come to an end of a beginning, filled with moments that we will not soon forget. Whether it's winning state positions in wrestling or just watching Pat Kelly practice his animal noises in the Commons, this class of 2002 has sculpted into a great figure. Our high school careers have created memories that will ultimately last for the rest of our lives. These memories are the roots of our tree, which is basically the foundation of our future. Soon, our tree trunk will sprout and grow into a vast tree called life. Whether our interests coincide on academics, artistic, athletic, musical, or vocational, from this day on, our goals of pursuing those interests has just begun. This search, which we all face of determining who we are and where we belong in life, lies in our actions that begin today. It is time to open the door on the threshold of our future and make our dreams a reality through planning, sacrifice, and dedication. These 12 years of education have been quite a journey that comes to a completion now. Through these years, we have grown and matured. We have laughed and we've cried. We have contributed our part to the larger whole. Unlike those of the anti-establishment movement during the 60s, our generation works with the establishment. And it keeps an overall concurrence and peace throughout the whole economy and life. This class of 2002 is one that I believe that the faculty and administration will not soon forget. Whether it was being the pilgrims of Community Service Day, 21 credit requirement, or because we lived through the sad tragedy of Columbine and September 11th. My fellow classmates, through these memories, we must realize that education aids in an understanding of the world around us and its problems. To quote the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." Throughout the decades, we will be tested by more tragedies, more controversy, and personal troubles. We have grown up here at Wadsworth High School and developed valuable principles of dignity that we will carry on the remainder of our lives. You know, on the bright side of the spectrum, we have some definite wonderful experiences ahead of us and behind us on this day. At this time, we make use of the knowledge and skills that we've gained in the classroom in order to find our place in the world. From this day on, all of us will be facing the challenges ahead with such new ideals as virtues such as industry, honesty, courage, and understanding. This 12-year journey has come to its end of a beginning, and now our new lives focus on a whole new beginning. It's time to walk down the aisle with our grisly pride and look forward to the new chapters to write, through daring feats and histories to be written. Tennyson once said in his poem Ulysses, "Made weak by time, but strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield." My only advice to you is to use your power of the mind which you've gained in this place and never put on the brakes. Thank you.
When I think back on these times and the dreams we left behind, I'll be glad 'cause I was blessed to get to have you in my life.
When I look back on these days, I'll look and see your face. You were right there for me.
In my dreams I'll always see you soar above the sky. In my heart there'll always be a place for you for all my life. I'll keep a part of you with me,
And everywhere I am, there you'll be.
and everywhere I am, there you'll be.
Will you show me how it feels to feel the sky within my reach? And I always will remember all the strength you gave to me.
Your love made me make it through. I owe so much to you. You were right there for me.
In my dreams I'll always see you soar above the sky. In my heart there'll always be a place for you for all my life. I'll keep a part of you with me, and everywhere I am, there you'll be. 'Cause I always saw in you my light, my strength. And I want to thank you now for all the ways
You were right there for me.
you were right there for me.
You were right there for me.
All the ways. In my dreams I'll always see you soar above the sky. In my heart there'll always be a place for you for all my life. I'll keep a part of you with me,
And everywhere I am, there you'll be.
and everywhere I am, there you'll be. There you'll be.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Wadsworth High School's 126th annual commencement. It is a very exciting day for everyone in attendance, and especially for the 320 students that have brought us all together. As I stand in front of them, I feel a great sense of satisfaction regarding this special group of graduating seniors. They have accomplished many things during their time at Wadsworth High School and have done so in an impressive manner. They have certainly earned the respect of both the administration and the faculty and will be remembered by all of us for many years to come. I want to thank them for upholding the proud tradition of excellence that has become a trademark of Wadsworth High School. At this time, I would like you to note the first 5 rows of students along with the 3 that are on stage. Would all of you students please stand? These students comprise the honors row, maintaining a 3.5 cumulative grade point average during their high school career. Please join me in recognizing them with a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. I would now like to bring special attention to 2 members of this elite group. Would Stephanie Lang please join me? Because of her determination and hard work over the past 4 years, Stephanie has been named Class Salutatorian. Her high school activities have included being on the Excellence Roll all 4 years of high school, a member of National Honor Society, choir for 3 years, huddle 2 years, participated in soccer all 4 years of high school, in addition to being named Academic All-Ohio her senior year. Stephanie is here today with her parents, Jeff and Judy Lang. Will you please stand? Also, would her sisters, Erin, Hallie, and brother Andrew please join them? As well as other members of the family in attendance. You can all be very proud of Stephanie's accomplishments and your role in her success. Thank you. Stephanie, I would now like to give you this medallion proclaiming you as salutatorian of the class of 2002 and ask that you say a few words to your classmates.
After 13 years of schooling, graduation can bring about extremely mixed feelings. Some people view it as a day to look back on the memories, reminiscing as tears fall down their cheeks, and realizing that this is it, it's finally over. Others rejoice, looking nowhere but straight forward, thankful to leave Wadsworth High and advance to the next stage of their lives. When I first realized that I would have to speak today, I was surprised, honored, and scared to death. However, I became very thankful that I would have a chance to speak to my fellow classmates and their family and friends, gaining an opportunity to offer my take on what graduation day means. Lyndon B. Johnson once said, "Yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow is ours to win or lose." Today is not a day to gaze backwards with sadness and regret, nor is it a day to abandon the road we have traveled and stare only straight ahead. Rather, it is a time to reflect on the past and take our accomplishments along with us as we approach the rest of our lives with excitement. College, grad school, marriage, careers, and raising families of our own are all exciting yet intimidating experiences that await our arrival, but we're not empty-handed. Instead, we have a strong foundation of knowledge, virtues, and friendships that will provide us with security as we venture out to reach our goals, fulfill our dreams, and capture our own promising future. From kindergarten to 12th grade, we were learning in and out of the classroom, establishing ourselves the groundwork to support us for the rest of our lives. as we build a strong footing by learning our alphabet, mathematics, music, or other various school lessons. Every situation we encountered helped us to mold not only our minds, but our character as well. While we were learning ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, we were also learning to share, cooperate, and make friends with people other than the kids in our neighborhood. As we learned to read and struggled to write in cursive, we were also discovering how to work through our problems and aid others in overcoming their weaknesses. When we reached the years that members of the opposite sex no longer had cooties, we learned the value of trust, and unfortunately, we learned how to deal with heartbreak. In high school, as we expanded our minds while learning geometry, biology, and foreign languages, we developed relationships with teachers, realizing that they really were more than just teachers, they were friends. Outside of class, we sent athletes to state, won several league titles, performed plays and concerts that astounded all who came to watch, and struggled to get our homework done despite the restraints of extracurricular activities. Through this, we learned the value of work ethic, the concept of teamwork, and the satisfaction of success. We also learned how to deal with failure, working to accept our mistakes and hoping to remedy them in order to achieve victory the next time. Most importantly, through all of our years together, we became a class that is regarded by many as one of the best to pass through the halls of Wadsworth High. Whether it be walking in Memphis at junior banquet, blowing away the other classes during the food drive, or dancing the night away at prom, we are a class of success, promise, and never-ending bonds of friendship. Graduation is neither a day to look back with regret, nor a day to look forward with worries. It is a day to realize everything we have gained from our education and take it with us for a successful and fulfilling life. A great mind once said, "I don't remember how we happened to meet each other. I don't remember who got along with whom first. All I can remember is all of us together, always." This illustrates the story of our class. Whether we came from Wadsworth, a nearby town, or out of state, we all share the same memories and accomplishments that the person sitting beside us does. Through our smiles, we became acquaintances. Through our laughter, we became friends. And through our tears, we became a family. We walked into the first day of kindergarten, wanting to cling to our mom's legs and scared to death of the other kids staring at us. But we left the first day with new friends to last us all year long. We entered high school as tiny freshmen, carrying book bags bigger than us, and frightened by the large upperclassmen. But we left that year with enough knowledge, skills, and relationships to last us the rest of high school. And today, we all process into this gym, uncomfortable in these funny hats and nervous about what this day means to us. But there is no doubt in my mind that we will exit together with friendships, morals, values, and knowledge that will last us a lifetime. Thank you, and best of luck, class of 2002.
Stephanie will attend Ohio University and major in pre-med. I would now like to introduce to you the valedictorian for Wadsworth High School's class of 2002, Ben Shurance. Ben has been very active in high school. His involvement includes student council as an executive board member, Key Club, president of National Honor Society, Huddle, show choir, as well as involvement in drama productions. He is a National Merit finalist and received a perfect score of 800 on the math portion of the SAT. Ben attended Buckeye Boys State in 2001 and received the Governor's Excellence Award. Ben is joined here today with his parents, Tom and Lily Shurance. Would you please stand? Along with sisters Bethany, Amy, and brother Joel. Also stand, please. And would other members of the family stand to join in this special time of recognition and celebration? Thank you. Ben, I would like to present this medallion to you, proclaiming your honor as class valedictorian, and ask you to address your classmates. All right. Hang on, brother.
In the last week, I struggled to write a speech because I felt that I didn't have the authority to speak to you guys because I was just a normal 18-year-old like all of you others. But then I realized that it was just this thinking that held us all back sometimes. We've all heard the comments. You need to cut your hair. You're going nowhere. You only think about yourself. You're immature, you little elf. You're unprepared. You're too scared. It seems like we are the worst group of people around. Lousy 18-year-olds. I mean, here we are. We're no longer minors, but we leech off our parents. We create calamity in the community, and we are a general nuisance to the American society. We're the same rambunctious kids we've always been, but now we've lost our childhood innocence. Our mistakes cannot be excused as, well, they haven't learned yet, and we can no longer be labeled as a bunch of ruckus high school kids. We are now adults who are about to become high school graduates. But what about those words we keep hearing, like responsibility and independence? This all feels wrong. We're just a bunch of immature 18-year-olds. I mean, seriously, we were the little kids who thought that recess was the most important part of the school day. The students who couldn't understand long division if it was the last thing we had to do. We were adolescents who caused so much stress to the administrators at Central Middle School. And yes, it's true. We were the ones who fell asleep as we learned what mitochondria does in biology class. We were the ones who at school assemblies were looking for ways to make trouble instead of garnering wisdom from the speaker. We're just a bunch of fun-loving teenagers, not a group who can accomplish anything. However, isn't it possible that we've changed? Perhaps over the years, we've grown out of our mischievous tendencies into more than mediocre 18-year-olds. Among us, we have brilliant minds, all-star athletes, talented musicians, those who will enlist in the armed services, and those who will raise the next generation. We've competed our way to state and national contests. We've performed for the enjoyment of vast audiences. We've been recognized for our intelligence, our community service, and our abilities. Perhaps our earthly exteriors remain like those of unimportant 18-year-olds, but within us is more than our youthful faces might suggest. I have no doubt that we are an amazing collection of young adults. For over the years, I've been very privileged to meet so many of the incredible members of the WHS class of 2002. Our abilities are seemingly endless. We debate and we dance. We run and we write. We express and encourage. We lead, we love, we labor, and we laugh. And even though sometimes we feel like we're just a bunch of incapable 18-year-olds, we're far more than that. We are the leaders of the school, the children of proud parents. We've impacted our community, we've helped our friends in need, and we've influenced so many lives. So when did this change take place? When did the scrawny little kids turn into accomplished young adults? Was it a slow, gradual change over the years? An accumulation of lessons that eventually affected the soul? Or was it a sudden change that came with a personal epiphany or a life-changing event? Maybe it was parents and teachers who forced this into our heads, people who were able to look beyond the exciting present and understand the importance of the future. Although I'm sure none of us can attribute our growth to one specific instance, it is important for us to remember how and why we have become who we are today. It is these origins of our personal development that we will look back to when times are tough. Our ability to remember how we got here will be the basis of which we can compare future gains and losses. And as we look back into our years of toil and trouble, we will take lessons that will allow us to withstand new trials. Looking out over you, my fellow classmates, I see the youth of a nation, the sons and daughters of Wadsworth seated together, waiting to move on. I see dedication, intelligence, charisma and creativity, compassion, faith, sensitivity, and determination. I see hope, humility, courage, persistence, patience, and even character. I see a group who, if we're willing to view ourselves as more than lousy 18-year-olds, is capable of doing great things. So perk up. You've completed high school, you're loved, you're young, you got a great future ahead of you, and my speech is almost over. In closing, I leave you with the words of an award-winning American author, Dr. Seuss. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet on your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy who'll decide where to go. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be way up on top. You'll be seeing new sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face your problems, whatever they are. So be sure when you step with great care and tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Buxbaum, or Bixby or Bray, or Mordecai, Alley, Van Allen, O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Thank you.
Ben will attend Kenyon College in the fall.
This year, Wadsworth High School was fortunate to host 4 foreign exchange students. At this time, I'd like to introduce them. You may join me in applauding each student after their individual introduction. Would Dong Hoon Shin please stand? Dong is from South Korea. He is staying with the Boyd family here in America. This year, Dong participated on both the soccer and tennis teams. In the future, Dong's goal is to serve as South Korea's ambassador to the United States. Would Anna Kwapil please stand? Anna's native country is Germany. Her hosts are the Reynolds family. Along with participating in French Club, Anna was an active member of the volleyball and track teams. Anna really liked her year in America, but is also very excited to go home to see her family and friends. Christopher Robles, please stand up. Chris is from Mexico. He is staying with the Bowmans. Many of you might have seen Chris playing football this fall for the Grizzlies. Chris's favorite class this year was geometry. And would Mikey von Oldenburg please stand? Mikey's native country is Germany. Her hosts are the Flaherty family. A participant on the WHS track and field team, Mikey long jumped and ran the 100 and 200 meters. While in the U.S., Mikey enjoyed her recent trip to Washington, D.C. Personally, I feel privileged to have gotten to know all 4 of you throughout the course of the school year. Your unique talents have greatly contributed to the successes of the class of 2002. On behalf of the students of Wadsworth High School, I'd like to wish you all the best of luck in the future. You will all be greatly missed.
From the staff and community of Wadsworth, I would like to say thank you and wish good luck to our foreign exchange students. We hope that your experience at Wadsworth High School has been enjoyable and wish you the best as you continue your journey in life. It is now my pleasure to bring your attention to the class of 52 seated to my right. The president of this class was Clayton Kramer, vice president Ted Etling. Boys representative, Arno Welty. Girls representative, Carolyn Delagrange. And the class advisor was Mrs. Hildebrand. Their class motto, aim high and hold your aim. The class flower, red rose. And the class colors, navy blue and white. From all indications, this group of students was very goal-oriented, but definitely had an ornery side. In the yearbook, they referred to the superintendent, Mr. Burkholder, as the superintendent of prisons. The principal, Mr. O.J. Work, as the warden. The board members as the parole board. The junior class as incorrigibles. The sophomores as kidnappers, and the freshmen as juvenile delinquents. Something tells me the staff had their hands full with this group. There are a few members of the class of 1952 present today that have relatives in today's graduating class. Would these people please stand as I call your name? Sarah Kunkler Pinkard, great aunt to graduating senior Rick Reese. Carol Tiffany Snyder, grandmother of Tiffany Smith and Julie Lapadakis. Marjorie and Gary Easterday. Great aunt and uncle of Jessica Toma. Persis Nagel Kearns, grandmother of Jordan Farver. Robert Treese, grandfather of Shelley Treese. Would the entire class from 1952 please stand for a round of applause? Thank you. It is now time to recognize the class of 2002. I would ask that the members of the audience respect this special moment for each graduate. Please refrain from calling out or applauding individual students. Every student has been looking forward to this moment and deserves the right for their name to be read without interruption or embarrassment. At the conclusion, we will have a round of applause for everyone. I would like to mention the other individuals on the stage who will assist with the awarding of the diplomas. From the Guidance Department, Ms. Sue Allison, Mr. Ron Saylor, Ms. Cheryl Gilbert, and Dr. Susan Four. In addition, President of the Board of Education, Mr. Jim McIlvain, Vice President Bob Durhammer, and board members Chuck Feaster and Lisa Jones. Would the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Fortner, please come forward. Mr. Fortner, I would like to present to you today a class that we are all very proud of, a group of young men and women that have upheld the fine tradition of Wadsworth High School. It has been a true pleasure to have been a part of their lives. I present to you the class of 2002.
First, very briefly, to the class of 1952, welcome home. Please know that you're always welcome here in Wadsworth City Schools. It's nice to have you as our honorary guest today. To the class of 2002, congratulations on your accomplishments. You've certainly maintained the storied traditions of this district and of the school system, and you've also set your own mark in many ways. And on behalf of our Board of Education, I wish you the best. Now, with Board of Education members present here on stage, at this time I officially accept the graduating class of 2002. To the Wadsworth City Schools Board of Education, I can assure you that all members present here today in cap and gown have met graduation requirements set forth by the state of Ohio and by you, our Board of Education, thus earning a right to a diploma. Therefore, at this time, I make a recommendation that you award diplomas now to the Wadsworth High School class of 2002. Thank you.
Michael Patrick Peacock. Derek Emerson Blank. Benjamin Thomas Shurance. Stephanie Elise Lang. William Michael Adams. Laura Michelle Alexander. Justin Allen Anthony. Lauren Elizabeth Baker. Matthew R. Barlow. Teresa Lynn Barstow. Kathleen Victoria Beatty. Kyle Stephen Bennett. Courtney Rachel Blackman. David Allen Buterbaugh. Jennifer Lynn Casey. Jamie Marie Shabra. John Patrick Clancy. Jessica Lynn Coleman. Joshua Eric Collins. Michael Adam Cottrell. Jennifer Marie Davis. Timothy E. Demchek. Kevin V. Dewan. Melissa Ann Eggers.
Jordan Emily Farver. Emma May Fett. Rebecca Lynn Ford. Nicole Marie Fox. Ryan William Fraze. Michael Daniel Fuller. Holly Denise Gardner. Catherine Eileen Gillespie. Sachin Gupta. Robert Frederick Hansen. Adam Paul Hennico. Megan Marie Hennessy. Amy Marie Hitchings. Hane Hanna. Jonathan Russell Hoover. Hillary Jean Hughes. Catherine Ann Jury. Tiffany Sean Kelly. Danielle Nicole Kormashoff. Sarah Irene LeBeau. Joel Austin Landis. Jennifer Sue Leatherman. Andrew Stephen LeGuillen.
Jennifer L. Madden. Patrick J. Maher. Joshua Ray McCammon. Jennifer Lee McCork. Wendy Ann Marie McGaffick. Elizabeth N. Meyer. Christina Yoshie Miller. Erin Ashley Mink. Taryn Beth Molnar. Abigail Lee Moreland. Jordan Paul Norton. Ryan Kenneth Ott. Stephen Pabin. Bradley H. Parks. Nicholas Andrew Pavlik. Julie Margaret Pels. Kelly Marie Perry. Jamie Lynn Poling. Shannon Kathleen Poling. Arlen James Reiniger.
Michael James Sardone. Joshua T. Sigley. Brittany Lee Shannon. Carrie Ann Schell. Christina Jo Schmeikowski. Megan Lee Smith. Rachel Marie Snyder. Kimberly Nicole Stanek. Lindsay Ann Marie Stemple. Justin Lawrence Stein. Joshua Aaron Sussman. Joshua Daniel Svensson. Sarah Elizabeth Swope. Jessica Lee Toma. Kevin Richard Thomas. Christopher Scott Thompson, Jr. Amanda Sue Van Arnhem. Lisa Ann Vickers. David John Waters. Justin Thomas Watkins. Amber Elizabeth Weldy. Erin Elizabeth Witchy. Tabitha Sue Yarman. Eric Sean Youngblood. Abby Norween Zellers. Anna Quapil. Christopher Robles. Don Hun Shin. Mikey von Oldenburg.
Will Mrs. Carolyn Barstow please report to the lobby at this time, please? Thank you. Tracy Renee Adley. John E. Anderson. Sheena Marie Anello. Sarah J. Antel. David Charles Baisden. Julie Marie Banfield. Christopher Adam Barnfather. Robert J. Barnfather. Ryan E. Beckett. Ryan M. Beck. Douglas Allen Bell, Jr. Kevin Michael B. Miller. Carly Renee Betts. Christy Joe Bishop. Matthew Bishop. Charles S. Bittinger. Justin Colin Blackburn. Amber Len Bluebaugh. Carly J. Booz. Candace L. Boyer. Kyle Branham. Aaron L. Briding. Jessica Amy Lee Brooks. Allison Renee Bugg. Janine M. Burns. Kara Marie Busen. Kyle Richard Callahan. Tara Ann Carper. Rachel Nicole Caskey. Demetrius Andreas Chaconis. Elizabeth Ann Chapman. Lisa Marie Charnock. Kimberly Megan Cheslock. Amanda Lynn Christian. Amanda Leah Kleckner. Roxanne Connor. Erica L. Cook. Adam Michael Copley. Tara Nicole Corkery. Nina M. Costanzo. Thomas A. Crane. Andrew N. Crislip. James M. Cross. Jason Scott Cunningham. Tiffany Marie Davis. Brandon S. Decker. Aaliyah C. Demeter. Matthew Caleb Denton. David M. DeSazi. Landon M. Doherty. Jeremiah Scott Doyle. Adam Lee Drake. Aaron Renee Dutt. Thomas Reynolds Eaton. Robin Joy Edmonds. Robert L. Eggerman. Donald M. Ellison II. Stephanie Ann Eston.
Wayne Farnsworth. Jeffrey Eric Fikert. Scott D. Ferguson. Jason Few. Taylor Lauren Fisher. Kathleen Flower. Stephanie Ann Forcone. Nathan Kyle Ford. Stephanie Renee Fusco. Megan Nicole Gibbs. Ryan Timothy Jingo. Elizabeth Ann Gleason. Bethany Marie Gonzalez. Justin P. Gregory. Joseph James Grimley. Katie Marie Hall. Julie M. Hainline. Tara Lee Hahn. Benjamin J. Hansen. Gregory Cole Hartsock. Kevin R. Hastings. Christopher Ray Hawkins. Jonathan S. Hersick. Stephen Charles Hewitt. Jason D. Hicks. Shannon Leanne Huckensmith. Claire Kathleen Hahn. Kirby Lynn Hornoff. Mike A. Huff. Megan Quinn Hutchinson. Mark J. Jenkins. Sarah Michelle Johnson. Matthew David Kali. Rachel Ann Kavanaugh. Nathan Thomas Kellish. Patrick Stephen Kelly. Ryan A. Kennel. Nathan J. King. Ryan Dennis King. Lindsay Clark Kish. Elizabeth Jane Knight. Carrie Ann Cosma. Megan Mary Kreider. Misty Dawn Marie Colsar. Anna G. Lambert. Christopher G. Lambert. Julie Ann Lapadakis. Michael James Leadham.
Amanda Light. Curtis Light. Eris Lynn. Daniel Canada Lowther. Anna Lee Lucas. Austin John Lupercio. Morgan C. Manning. Brandon Michael Mansour. George Corey Mansour. Jason David Matheny. Danielle Marie Mauder. Link Edward Maynard. Jeffrey Scott McCammon. Catherine Elizabeth McCammon. James Matthew McCarthy. Sean McDonald. Brian Austin McHenry. Tricia Ann McNeil. Jacqueline Elise Medrick. Megan Elizabeth Melton. Nathan Andrew Metzel. Rocky Malichi. Jeremiah Miller. Carrie Marie Miller. Nicole Marie Modulewski. Jared Ralph Mulmaster. Janelle Dawn Morlock. Michael Jude Murphy. Richard A. Myers, Jr. Devin Orion Napoleon. Brett R. Neidert. Kristen L. Nelson. Stephen M. Nissen. Amanda Osborne. Laura Jean Osterlin. Andrea Renee Otanikar. Justin E. Otanikar. Catherine Elizabeth Over. Eric P. Palmetier, Jr. Casey Joe Penrose. Aaron Douglas Perigo. Gabriella Pedo. John Stephen Phillips, Jr. Jessica L. Pfeiffer. Joseph D. Pfeiffer. Joshua J. Pavado. Jacob Ryan Poole. Teresa M. Prue. Chad M. Price. Augusta L. C. Putt. Ashley Ray Rockhorst. DeMarco J. Ray. Heather Michelle Redding. Aaron Jacob Reed. Richard Thomas Rice III. Nicholas Reynolds. Kyle Blake Richardson. Bradley Allen Riley. Chance T. Riley. Valerie Jeanette Riley. Philip John Risco. Thomas P. Ryan.
Andrew Curtis Saylor. John T. Schrock. Tricia Lynn Surface. Sarah Elizabeth Shearer. Justin J. Shumney. Jenna K. Simmons. Michelle Marie Simon. Grace K. Simpson. Rex R. Slee. Janelle Jamie Slivka. Andrew James Smith. Casey Lee Smith. Tiffany Marie Smith. Christina L. Snyder. Danielle Nicole Snyder. Donald F. Jacob Subnoski III. Derek Lee Stanley. Tanya Marie Staler. Elizabeth Ann Stem. Andrew John Stout. Ashley Nicole Stout. Jennifer Lindsay Suter. Kathleen Ann Sullivan. John Thomas Taylor. Christopher Paul Thomas. Elizabeth Ann Thomas. Jeffrey R. Thomas. Scott Michael Thompson. Robert I. Thurber. Shelley Ann Treese. Justin R. Trillette. Fania Marie Trogdon. Molly Nicole Turns. Stephanie Ewell. Brent Tomas Underwood. Eric James Valiente. Chris J. Van Geldren. Excuse me. Shannon Nicole Veal. Courtney Marie Vugis. Derek Warner. Celeste Nicole Wemmer. William S. Wemmer II. Blake Wheeler. Heather Wiley. Jeremy Glenn Williams. Julius Dominic Willis. Kelly Ann Weinbrenner. Shay A. Wyatt. Dale C. Young. Robin Marie Young. Aaron Lee Ziner. Salteri Dennis Zulia.
Before Mike Peacock addresses the class one last time, I would ask that people in the back please clear the entrance so that students can properly dismiss to the East Gym, where they will throw or celebrate by throwing their caps. I kindly ask the members of the audience not to stop the students during the recessional. People who wish to photograph the throwing of caps should exit to my right and proceed to the East Gym. For parents and loved ones, the school's courtyard is open if you wish to take formal pictures afterwards. Thank you. Mike?
Please rise. To the students, we will now do the final procedure, which shows that you really did graduate. We'll be moving the tassels from right to left. Way to go, class 2002!